Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
The 4th annual Travis Griner Memorial Tractor Ride is Saturday, June 29th. Sign-up begins at 6:30 a.m. behind Griner Crop Service, east of Keota Water Tower. Free will donation. Includes lunch and snacks along the ride. Proceeds to Area 4-H and FFA fairs. The ride leaves Keota at 7:45 and will be a 60-mile round trip. Sponsored by Southeast Iowa Tractor Association Incorporated. It's the 4th annual Travis Griner Memorial Tractor Ride, Saturday, June 29th. And if you don't have a tractor, come and watch along the route. The Keokuk County Expo Fair Kickoff Barbecue Cook-Off is Saturday, July 13th. $100 per team, up to 4. Deadline to sign up is Friday, June 28th. Cash payout is $350 to first place per category. Meal for the public starts at 5:30 with a free will offering. Be sure to sign up by the entry deadline, June 28th. Stop at the Keokuk County Extension Office to pick up a packet. Proceeds to support the Keokuk County Expo. Sponsored by Keokuk County Farm Bureau. At Kaboom Fireworks, we love family, freedom, and fireworks. On top of our rock-bottom prices, we have Black Cat, Brothers, Sky Bacon, Fox, Takeo, and others, with everything from sparklers, parachutes, and snakes to fountains and cakes. Did we mention finales? Up to 1,000 grams. There's something for everyone at Kaboom Fireworks, with the best selection at the most affordable prices, where we cherish family, freedom, and fireworks. Open daily through July 4th, located downtown Watchir. Contemporary Christian artist Leanna Crawford is coming to the Watchir Opera House in Watchir, Iowa, Saturday, June 29th at 7 p.m. Doors open up at 6 p.m. Advance tickets are $15 plus tax, $20 at the door.
Hey, it's Leanna Crawford, and I am so cheery to be coming to Watchir, Iowa. It's going to be such a sweet night of music and praising Jesus together, and I cannot wait to see you there.
All proceeds to support the Tri-County Food Pantry, brought to you by the Watchir Methodist Church. Ticket information can be found on the Watchir Methodist Church Facebook page. The Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office will host an open house on Thursday, June 27th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The office has relocated to the first floor to offer easier accessibility. Stop by to meet Michelle Herman, the commissioners, and enjoy a light lunch. The Keokuk County VA Commission is located at the Keokuk County Courthouse in Sigourney, Iowa at 101 South Main. Again, the Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office will host an open house Thursday, June 27th from 11 to 1.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the thousands listening locally and the millions listening around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to shout.
And a good morning to you. Welcome to the morning wake up. If I look a little funky this morning, talking about my eye, it's because, friends and family, I have developed the pink eye. I've got pink eye, officially. So my eye's kind of swollen shut a little bit this morning. A little bit in my right eye, a whole lot in my left eye. So if I look weird, that's why. So that's going to put a crink in my weekend schedule because I obviously don't want to be around people and give them pink eye. So that's my situation right now. Just so you know, that's why I kind of look a little like somebody may have boxed me in the eye. But yeah, pink eye happening here at the Shetler household. Lots of fun. Hey, we do thank Stam Garden Center and Nursery for sponsoring our morning wake up. You can experience the color at Stam's. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, closed on Sundays. Check in with Stam's just outside of Oskaloosa on Highway 92 East. We are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Give them a call at 641-673-4845. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Schuster or Dr. Drawn. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental going to file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. Again, Oski Dental Studios, Stam Garden Center, and Nursery Morning Wake Up. Let's switch over to our forecast here. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate. And you can find the Garden Gate at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney. Give them a call, 641-622-3191. And stop in and see Cindy and the gang Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon. Should be a nice day today, mostly sunny, a high of 83. Northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, there's a slight chance of some showers toward the morning hours. Cloudy skies, a low of 66. Friday, an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Let's see here. Otherwise, breezy and a high of 79 on Friday. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm Friday night, a low of 70. And then sunny and 86 on Saturday. Right now, our current conditions, humidity at 81%. Winds are east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The barometer at 29.99 and 64 degrees currently in southeast Iowa. Your weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. Earlier this morning, 6 a.m., we put up our This or That. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. Which one are you going to choose? You're going to go, if you have to go with a sub sandwich, are you going with Jimmy John's or Subway? Jimmy John's or Subway? I don't know. I guess I'm going with Subway because that's what I know. We've got a Subway in my hometown of Sigourney, so I know there's Jimmy John's around. So those are your choices. Comment on that, on the This or That, Jimmy John's or Subway. What do you prefer for a sub sandwich? Coming up at noon today, we will have our question of the day. It's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa. They're at 202 North Main in Sigourney. Do kids need their cell phones at school? I know there's some, what was it, New York, I think we were talking about yesterday. New York is talking about taking phones away from kids during school. What do you think? Do kids need their cell phones at school during school hours? Can they live without it? Do they need it in case of emergency? You know, there's lots of different arguments you could make on this. So this will be interesting. This could spark some good conversation. Do kids need their cell phones at school? Your question of the day that goes up at noon today. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, if you're just tuning in right now, unfortunately, right at the top of the show, I told you and showed you that I've got pink eye, unfortunately. Now, Mike Walsh was scheduled to be coming to Barnwired tomorrow for our Iowa Music Showcase. I have told Mike we're gonna have to reschedule that. So I don't want to give him pink eye. Don't want to give anybody at Barnwired pink eye. So I've got pink eye, and don't want to infect anybody with that. It's no fun. Gunk in your eye and your eyes swell shut. It's not that fun. I'm laughing about it, but it's not that fun. So we're going to reschedule Mike Walsh. I haven't heard back from Mike yet. I just got a hold of him this morning. This whole pink eye thing just kind of came in late last night, right before I went to bed, and it really settled in overnight. So, we're going to have to reschedule Mike Walsh, unfortunately, for the Iowa Music Showcase. And, I'm questionable on the sports section show from Brothers Market on Saturday. We'll see. We'll see how this goes in the next 24 to 48 hours. Again, I don't want to get anybody sick. I'm kind of a one-man show here at Steve Shetler Media. So, sports section, questionable. And I hate to do that because we've got these Sigourney High School girls, softball girls, scheduled to be coming in. But then again, I also don't want to get anybody sick because they're a highly successful team getting ready for the postseason. Nobody needs to get sick because of me. So, yeah, questionable at best for the sports section on Saturday morning. I'm sure Coach Shelley Striegel will see this and be like, no, we're not getting anywhere near Steve. And I wouldn't blame her. So everything is questionable here. If I have to leave the house in the next few days, I'm doubting that it's going to happen. So just keep that in mind. Coming up on Tuesday, hopefully I'll be back to normal by Tuesday. We'll have the Tuesday night tune-up. TNT coming to you live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. That's every Tuesday at 7 p.m. through August 13th. Safe Grafke is your host. We'll be talking to some drivers. I believe Safe was saying we've got the Wilson brothers coming up on Tuesday night. So tune in, Smoky Row in Oskaloosa, for the Tuesday night tune-up. What else we got here? I think that's about it for that stuff. Now, I am not a... Steve Shetler Media is not a hard-hitting news agency by any means. I really don't cover news, but I do want to put this out there. Here in the Sigourney area, you probably have seen this picture all over Facebook, all over TV, but just keep this in mind. Emily Conger missing as of last check. I have not heard any different, so we're going to push this on my page. Emily Conger from Sigourney, Iowa, missing since Saturday. So keep an eye out for her. Obviously, we want Emily to come home and get home safe. So just keep that in mind. I posted this right before I went live this morning, so make sure you share that. We just want people to keep this in people's minds, to see it on Facebook, see it on different outlets as much as they can. So, yeah. We're saying prayers for the safe return of Emily Conger here in Sigourney and Southeast Iowa. Other stuff going on our community calendar. This was announced the other night. Keokuk County Economic Development presenting the annual $10,000 raffle, and they're doing it different this year. I guess the theme is tailgating, and that will be at the Hedrick Civic Center. I believe this is the first time this has been outside of Sigourney. It's usually at the Expo. On Friday, November 8th is the date. So save that date. Plan on, if you're a regular and you usually go to the Expo, plan on making a little bit of a road trip to Hedrick, the Civic Center, on Friday, November 8th for that big annual event. Then also, you've been seeing the commercial for this at the beginning of my videos for the last week. Coming up today from 11 to 1. At the courthouse in Sigourney is their open house for the Keokuk County Veterans Affairs Office. Again, that's an open house today from 11 to 1. They have relocated to the first floor, which makes sense, offers easier accessibility. Michelle Herman and others will be on hand. It's a light lunch, probably just a little something to munch on. And you can check out the new office on the first floor of the courthouse in Sigourney today from 11 to 1. Maybe tell them that you saw their advertising here on Steve Shetler Media. That would be helpful for me, and let them know that their advertising dollars are going to the right place. Let's see here. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and do some birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, birthdays. Hometown Real Estate bringing us our celebrity and hometown birthdays for today, Nikki Leathers. And you can find more information at hometown-re.com. We're light on our local and area birthdays today. One hometown birthday, that is Scott Amos. And he's from here in Southeast Iowa. He is part of what's their name? The Blondies. The Bluegrass Blondies. Is that their name? They play great bluegrass music, and they're a family a family group. So Scott kind of heads up that family group. Scott Amos with a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Scott. He's kind of a celebrity. He's a Southeast Iowa celebrity. Celebrity birthdays for today. Bruce Johnston of the Beach Boys turning 82. Julia Duffy, 73. She's an actress. Lori Morgan, country music singer, 65 years old. J.J. Abrams, the movie director, is 58. Jim Edmonds, baseball player, 54. Tobey Maguire, he was one of the Spider-Men from over the years, turning 49 today. Reality's Khloe Kardashian is 40. I mean, that's far from reality. It's if you call her reality, that's a stretch. Khloe Kardashian is 40. Drake Bell, the actor, 38. And then Chandler Riggs from The Walking Dead. Carl from The Walking Dead, 25. Can you believe that? Carl. 25 years old for Chandler Riggs. Those are your celebrity and hometown. I'm kind of embarrassed to bring my ugly face up on screen today. I am the Elephant Man. As we talked about at the top of the show, I've got pink eye. This eye is kind of swollen shut this morning. I mean, it's not completely shut, but getting there. So pink eye in my eye. Once again, going to be calling off and rescheduling this week's Iowa Music Showcase. Probably will do the same for the sports section for Saturday morning. Let's get to some good mornings. Let's see here. We've got Bubby, Sandy, Cindy, Tamara, Dan, Chad, Amber. Cindy sharing some info about cell phones in schools. Sherry, Eloise, a good morning to all of you. Glad to have you hanging out on this, Thursday, June 27th. Let me grab my stuff here. We did birthdays for today. On this date in history, it was June 27th, 1652, America's first traffic law went into effect as it prohibited riding horses, from galloping in the New Amsterdam settlement, which became New York. So there were no galloping, no speeding on your horse in what would be New York, 1652. It was on this date in 1847, New York and Boston are linked by telegraph wires on this date in 1847. On this date in 1955, the very first seat belt law went into effect in Illinois. 1955. 1966, on this date, the daytime soap opera Dark Shadows made its debut on ABC. Wasn't that like a vampire type thing? That was before my time. And then on this date, 1982, the piano playing marathon record is set at 53 days. I don't know the specifics on that. How do you play piano for 53 straight days? Not sure, but that happened in 1982. Today, on the National Day calendar, is National Sunglasses Day. I need some sunglasses for my gross eye. It's National Onion Day. It's National Ice Cream Cake Day. National PTSD Awareness Day. Boy, it's a bunch of days today. National Orange Blossom Day. It's International Body Piercing Day. It's International Alaska Day. It's National Insurance Awareness Day. I hear there's this place that's opening up on the square, on the east side of the square in Sigourney, that'll be good for insurance. And then also National Paul Bunyan Day. So national days for today. Before we get any further, let's go ahead and take a break. Hear from our sponsor, Stam Garden Center and Nursery.
Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
If you like red, white, and blue from Castle Ridge Winery, but prefer sweet white wines, try our Star Spangled White. Star Spangled White is a sweet white wine made entirely from Edelweiss grapes, grown right at the winery. It offers aromas of pineapple and hints of mandarin orange, pear, and pineapple on the palate. Chill a bottle of Star Spangled White and sip it while you watch the sunset. While Star Spangled White is an excellent sipping wine, it can also be used as an important ingredient in Star Spangled White cake. Check the QR code for the recipe. Tassel Ridge Star Spangled White wine is available at about 400 retail outlets located all over Iowa. Look for the displays of Tassel Ridge wines where you shop. If the store doesn't offer Star Spangled White, ask the manager to get it for you. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check out our website at tasselridge.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Valen and this is Crockett, and we want to invite you to the Bark Ranger Kickoff this Saturday, 10:30 a.m. What is Bark Ranger program? Bark Ranger program is a nationwide program that allows you to do activities with your dog, and you can purchase a tag. Ours says Bark Ranger and matches the patch of our county conservation officers. Bark is an acronym, and it's for Bag Your Poop, Always Be on a Leash, Respect Wildlife, and Know Where You Can Go with Your Pet. This program helps you know where to go when you're at a park, and keeps you and your pet safe, and also have a fun time. So join us at our kickoff. We are going to have Wagon photography there. We're going to have Nate Peterson with Mahaska Vet talking about some safety on the trail with your dog. We're going to have a door prize and a fun scavenger hunt as well. So hope you all can make it. See you Saturday at 10:30.
Yeah, so check that out. Bark Rangers, their kickoff event coming up on Saturday at the Environmental Learning Center in Oskaloosa with Mahaska County Conservation. Of course, we appreciate Laura DeCook, always bringing us the great outdoors on Thursday afternoons here on Steve Shuttler Media, giving them a little plug on their event coming up. Let's do some things you need to know. Oh yeah. Some things you need to know. Let's see here. People lost 58 hours last year being stuck in traffic in Seattle. That's why you live in small-town Iowa, folks. Otherwise, you lose 58 hours a year due to traffic jams in Seattle. That's horrible. An interesting movie in the works. It's called Here. And it's, from what they're saying, it's a single-shot movie. So it's just going to be basically just like this. It's going to be a camera, a single shot, the whole movie, where the camera never moves, yet using the technology that's available today. You're going to see the likes of Tom Hanks and Robin Wright age from teenagers into their 80s during the 104-minute film. So it's under 2 hours, single shot movie, single shot, just one shot, one movie shot, one camera shot, and evidently Tom Hanks, Robin Wright will age throughout the movie. That is interesting. Let's see here. For a short time, Vietnamese automaker VinFast was the third most valuable car-making company in the world. Now, it's struggling to hang on, and it's hoping its new electric cars, priced under $10,000, will save it. They're trying to build a $4 billion factory in North Carolina. They might want to put those plans on hold as they're just trying to survive, right? Maybe save your $4 billion from that factory and just reinvest it into your company to try to keep yourself alive. Other things you need to know, there are reports that Vanna White could end up quitting Wheel of Fortune. These are just rumors, but they're saying that she isn't connecting well with the new host, Ryan Seacrest. I mean, I was of the thought that Vanna and Pat Sajak should have just retired at the same time. I mean, that would have made sense. And then they could have just brought in new people. I don't know. Maybe they talked Vanna into sticking around to make the transition so it wasn't like 100% new, because people might have revolted against that. But who knows? We'll see if these rumors end up being true. Vanna White reportedly not getting along with Ryan Seacrest. How about Hallmark? Anybody like Hallmark Christmas movies? Hallmark says They're going to be making a movie based on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's romance, filmed in and around Kansas City. There's something new at a 7-Eleven. Limited edition Hostess Twinkies with cherry Slurpee flavored cream filling the inside of the Hostess Twinkies instead of the normal white fluff that is in there. So Twinkies going to have a cherry Slurpee flavored cream for a while, at least at 7-Elevens. Also in some food news, there's a new mint chip flavored cream Oreo that's going to be arriving in stores July 8th. If you'd like to put that on your calendar. If you're a big Oreo eater, and I like Oreos. I like golden Oreos the best. I don't really venture off too far from my normal golden Oreos, but again, mint chip flavored cream Oreos are on the way July 8th. Other stuff you need to know. An American who traveled to the Bahamas to attend a yoga retreat has been missing for nearly a week. Again, that's in the Bahamas. Somebody went to a yoga retreat, has been missing ever since. This is interesting. A person named Bailey Ann Kennedy has been crowned the new Miss Maryland USA, becoming not only the first transgender woman to win the title, but also the first Asian American to win. Do they think they're Asian, or are they actually Asian? I mean, it's confusing. So a guy won Miss Maryland USA. Interesting. Ozzy Osbourne being featured in a new commercial for Liquid Death Water. And then finally, in things you need to know, they're finally getting close to wrapping up the investigation on Matthew Perry's death last year. They say that several people could end up being charged. I don't know with what or what they're looking at exactly, but that could be happening soon. It is time for today's impossible question. Today's impossible question, according to a Good Housekeeping survey, about 60% of people say they still have what device do people still have somewhere in their house? Again, according to a Good Housekeeping survey, 59% of people say they still have this somewhere in their house. Think about that. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Dixie. Appreciate you guys and everybody else hanging out this morning on the Morning Wake Up. Again, if you're just watching, I don't want to make too big a deal about this, but if you're looking at me and you think my eye looks weird, it's because I have pink eye. It's, sucks. Today's impossible question, according to a Good Housekeeping survey, 59% of people say they still have this item somewhere in their house. It is a VCR. I find that hard to believe. I don't think that 60% of people still have a VCR in their house. I think it's probably more like 10% in reality. I mean, why would people still have... I do have a VCR, but I'm doubting that 60% of people still have a VCR. There's just no reason. I find that hard to believe. Let's go ahead and get weird.
That is weird.
In some weird, I don't know, it's been a month or two. We were talking about the poop balloons that North Korea was sending to South Korea, balloons full of like sewage and stuff, and then they would, pop and they get poop on them. Well, this just in, flights in and out of South Korea were paused for hours early on Wednesday when balloons, presumably sent by North Korea, began descending on the city's airport. More than 1,500 balloons carrying trash, excrement, dirt, worms, and what they are saying slashed Western clothes have landed across the country since late May, per the BBC. So North Korea continuing to send balloons filled with bad stuff to South Korea. That's kind of weird. Why do they keep doing that? Florida. We're going to keep the weird news short today, since I've got a funky eye. A very unfortunate Florida man was having breakfast in a diner when a sneeze caused his guts to pop out of his body. This is for real. 63-year-old man who had recently had abdominal surgery found himself, what they say, eviscerated after sneezing and coughing with, this is gross, several loops of his large intestine flopping out of his gut at the dinner table. The man had the operation about 2 weeks before this incident, with his wound, staples only, having been removed that very morning. So again, he had abdominal surgery, had staples, he sneezed at the table at a restaurant, his intestines come out of his gut. The man later related that he was unsure of how to proceed, so they covered his exposed intestines with his shirt. He initially wanted to drive himself to the hospital, but they ended up getting him an ambulance. So, sneezing. Gross. Let's do some files of law and disorder. In some disorder, Denmark will tax livestock farmers for the greenhouse gases emitted by their cows, sheep, and pigs from 2030, during the year 2030, I guess. What? The first country to do so, as it targets a major source of methane emissions, one of the most potent gases contributing to global warming. They're going to tax farmers in Denmark because their livestock farts. Good luck on that. That is the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard. Let's do something that'll make you smile. How about that?
Something that makes you smile.
All right, something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. Do keep in mind, they're going to be moving. They're going to be at a new location by mid-July at 115 South Jefferson in Sigourney, the previous Sigourney Smiles building. They are accepting new patients at Lifetime. Give them a call, 641-622-2669. We thank Dr. Stacy Freeze for bringing us this segment. And in something that will make you smile, barking dogs can, of course, be a nuisance for neighbors. But a dog owner from the Netherlands recently found a way to make her dog bark quietly. The woman and her golden retriever puppy recently went viral on social media after she shared a clip showcasing the pup's newly acquired skills to whisper bark. Arf, arf, arf. In a post shared on TikTok on Sunday, the pup can be seen practicing her quiet barks in the living room with her mom, barking each time lower until she achieved the perfect whisper bark. One commenter or commentator says, "I have a mother-in-law for you to train." So a whisper. We have a dog. One of our dogs, Stella, that occasionally makes an appearance on the morning show. Little Stella can whisper bark. The thing is, she starts off with a whisper bark, and then it just increasingly gets louder until it's like an annoying full bark. But Stella can whisper bark, but it's only for a short time. Let's wrap this up today with some duh.
Duh.
In some duh, federal food safety regulators said Tuesday that they have warned a top U.S. bakery to stop using labels that say its products contain potentially dangerous allergens when they actually don't. U.S. Food and Drug Administration inspectors found that, is this real? It's called Bimbo Bakeries USA, Bimbo, which includes brands such as Sara Lee, Ballpark Buns and Rolls, and others, listed ingredients such as sesame or tree nuts on labels, even when they weren't in the foods. Now, officials say food labels must be truthful and not misleading. So, Bimbo Bakeries saying that they have some food allergens in their stuff, and they really don't. I don't know.
Duh.
Worthy of a duh. One last look at our forecast before we get out of here for today. Brought to us by the Garden Gate. Mostly sunny today, high of 83. Should be a pretty nice day. Garden Gate bringing us our weather. And, of course, Stam Garden Center and Nursery brings us the morning wake-up. See them just outside of Oskaloosa on Highway 92. And we broadcast always from the Oski Dental Studios. Give them a call, 641-673-4845. Coming up on this Thursday here on Steve Shetler Media, we've got In Remembrance Of. That comes up here at 8 a.m. We'll have the Sigourney Public Library video at 10 a.m. with Miss Amanda. 4 o'clock has The Great Outdoors with Laura DeCook. Let's see here. We've also got Successful Farming at 5:30. Hopefully we'll get our weekly pet. That's another thing. With my eye situation, with pink eye, I don't want to leave the house at all if I don't have to. So we'll see if the Heartland Humane Society can hook me up with something to give you for the weekly pet this week. And then tonight, Morgan You Asked For, Sports and More. I know that Sigourney's Zach Tremmel going to be a guest co-host on Morgan You Asked For tonight, talking about sports and flooding and life in general. So that'll be coming up. Bunch of stuff coming up today here on Steve Shetler Media. And again, just a reminder, I mentioned this earlier, we are going to call off this week's Iowa Music Showcase tomorrow at Barn Wired due to my pink eye situation. The sports section on Saturday morning at Brothers Market is iffy at best. So that's what's going on here. You guys have a great Thursday. Enjoy the nice day. And unless my eyes are both matted shut tomorrow morning, gross, I'll be back here with you at 7 a.m. Tune in then.